I'm Joshua Zukas, and I'm from the United Kingdom. The moment I arrived in the central city of Hue, located on the banks of the Perfume River, I fell in love with this serene city. One of the nice things about coming to Hue is that when I come here, I feel like a local, like I can speak like them. I understand the Hue way of life, and I understand kind of how to behave in Hue society, which is quite unique. The Hue is, I think, very unique. Through spending a lot of time here and making connections with people here, part of the reason that I love coming back to Hue so much is because each time I come back, I feel like I'm coming home. When I was living in Hue, I was working for a children's charity, and I also got very close to one of the house mothers there, who has since become my second mother, my Vietnamese mother. And I've developed a really strong relationship with her, and I care for her like she's my mum, and I think that she cares for me like I'm her son as well. And that's really important to me. That's one of the main reasons why I love coming to Hue. I lived in Hue for almost 2 years. I know about the culture, the lifestyle, I know each street and every corner. That's all of my knowledge about Hue. Let me be your tour guide, and together we can discover something interesting about this fascinating city. Hue is located in the central region in Thuat Hue province. The city is a centre for culture, education and tourism for the whole region. Hue is also regarded as a poetic city, thanks to the fact that it has inspired so much music and literature. Part of Hue's charm lies in its traditional craft villages, and these villages help preserve Hue's traditional arts. My journey of discovering the different crafts of Hue have brought me to Sing village, which is famous for its folk art. I'm going to go and meet one of the artisans and see what it's all about.
Đặc biệt tranh lăng sinh này là dùng để thờ cúng thôi. Họ cúng xong là họ đốt.
Kỳ Hữu Phước, one of the village's most famous artisans, helped me to get to know more about the unique features of worship paintings, which are an important traditional art form in Hue.
Họ cúng, cái ý nghĩa của họ cúng. Đây, tranh này cũng là thờ cúng. Mà loại tranh này là họ treo cả năm. Cuối năm họ mới hạ xuống họ đốt đi, người treo bức tranh mới lên. Này gọi là tranh tạo quân.
Ancestor worship is a Vietnamese tradition. Together with Tet paintings, worship paintings date back centuries. Sing village's images are used in special worshipping ceremonies. It is a traditional art form and a long-standing cultural feature of Hue's people.
Cả ai là cô gái à?
Kiện này là mang cái tính chất là nhạc cung đình.
Today, apart from paintings for worshipping and other rituals, people in Sing village are also interested in decorative art and wall hangings. Artisans in Sing village have come up with new wood block prints and are no longer only concerned with religious iconography.
Xong rồi. Màu này đẹp không?
Anh xong một bức, tôi xong 3 bức. Con mèo mặt đỏ như gấu.
I don't know why I chose the red colour for the cat. Maybe I wanted to make the cat look drunk. I think that Hui people are extremely creative. I think it's hard not to be creative in this kind of environment because Hui is so beautiful. It's full of trees and rivers and canals, and the beach isn't far away, and you can always see the mountains wherever you are in the city. And I think that that kind of beautiful setting inspires creative characters, which is why Hui is just full of artists and artisans. The first time I saw Chuk Chi art in Hui was really interesting. I actually have never seen traditional paper making before. And although Chuk Chi differs a little bit in terms of the very traditional way of making paper, still a lot of the techniques that have been used for thousands of years are still used. Yeah, it's really interesting how it's made. Quite surprising as well. I suppose I've never really put much thought into how paper was made.
Today, I will take you to see Phan Hai Bang. For 10 years, he has been trying to use paper as a medium to develop his art, and Chuk Chi is the result. In Chuk Chi, the artist adds graphic designs at the last stage of papermaking, which is known as screening. Thanks to this technique, each sheet of paper is a work of art, and no two pieces are alike.
This is another way to display the artwork. With the lighting, the surface, and here we use the background, the green, and taken thin, and then the image appear another way. And we can change the color of background to get some effect. This is the effect of the lighting behind making this project. So the process is we have to drawing by second, and then.
So An Bang has just showed me some of the stages of producing Chuk Chi art. I am really surprised by it. What's really interesting about Chuk Chi that An Bang was explaining is that so paper is normally used as like the base, as the canvas, right? And then you create art on the paper. But with Chuk Chi, the paper itself is the art. And it's how you mould and sculpt the paper in order to make the art form. And that's what is most surprising, I think.
Phan Hai Bang and his partners are planning to combine Chuk Chi with other Hui traditional crafts, such as Sing paintings, Bao La bamboo rattan, and conical hat making. Carrying Hui's signature culture, these new products a hope to bring a novel touch to the traditional craft scene, as well as forming a stronger bond between the craft villages. Maybe one day, we will even see a Chukchi craft village among these more ancient craft villages.
You should pay attention that when the frame.
Can I try?
Yeah, sure.
What if I do it
Now
wrong?
your turn. Yeah, you follow her.
What if I do it wrong? It's okay.
It's okay.
I
You have to be wrong sometime before.
Okay, so I just go down.
Yeah. Yeah. Like that. For example, that some. At first, you have to wear
I need an
Yeah.
apron, right?
double for you.
I have two.
Too long. Yeah, you have to tear
Separate
it.
it, right. Alright. Now I try.
Yeah, the first time.
Now the first time.
So relax.
Okay.
Uh,
So down. Turn. And up.
It's okay. Good, eh?
Whoops.
Good for the first time.
So,
yeah.
So show me, where is it thin? Like here maybe it's too thin?
Because you
Here
you
thick.
you do it so slow.
Yeah.
First a little bit,
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do it faster.
a little
Alright.
bit. Yeah. Ah, a little bit red, just a little bit red before take off.
Okay. All right. Now
Because
it's on the other
it's moved
side.
Here.
Okay.
And you can see the side, your hand, yeah? Yeah, okay.
Is it better?
Better, yeah.
I can't really tell.
Yeah.
The important thing, right, is that you come up all at the
Yeah,
same
it's
time,
red
right?
Before you made it floating a little bit,
yeah,
before you take
and then you bring up.
Yeah.
Okay.
camera.
It's still not even. I can see it. It's like it's very thick here and thin here.
Yeah, you can see some interesting thing in nhiều máy quá khó quay lắm. That's okay. Okay. You do that on this side.
To actually make the chukchi is quite complicated. You have to take the pulp from the bamboo, which is wet. So that's in water. So you take the pulp out from the water, and then you have to put it in a smaller tank. And from that smaller tank, you use kind of a big kind of net, I suppose, a kind of a silk net, with only very, very small holes, so small enough to let the water go through, but it still catches the pulp. And then you use that net to scoop up the pulp, so that the pulp is then flat. And from there you can make patterns. You can alter the shape a little bit. before drying it, and then only after it's dried, that's when it actually takes on its paper form.
Now the next layer. That means you have to have an idea about the composition before.
Yeah.
How many layers, where to put something like.
Okay. So this will make like a 3D effect when you put some on and you spray, and then you put more on and then you spray, and then you put more on and you spray.
And depend on the idea that you how many layers you want to make. You can make how thick at the first layer. So when the another layer, but you have to spray on the surface.
Well, so now I've just finished the stage after you've collected the chukchi. So that's the stage when you like make some designs, and I'm very excited to see how it's going to turn out. I'm not particularly artistic, but maybe with chukchi I found my hidden talent. We'll see. So it's taken 3 hours for this to dry in the sun. Now we're going to take it back to the workshop and we're going to make a beautiful fan. Okay, so I've got my dried chukchi here.
Yeah.
Tell me what we're going to do now.
Now we have to peel it off.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So how to peel it off? You have to just tenderly behind. So you see, and you can see it's moving. I'll show you this one, and you do yourself one, two. Yeah.
Oh, well, this one is much nicer. The feeling is nicer. and the way that it looks as well, like the monotone in colour, and that the pattern is just made by the kind of the moulding of the paper. So it's very different from the other kinds of fans that you see in Vietnam. Yeah.
Is it beautiful?
Yeah, it's beautiful. It is. It's beautiful. Đẹp không?
Đẹp không?
Cái này đẹp hơn à?
Võ Quế is a proud resident of Hue, who was also born in the city. He is a true artist, who I know has devoted his whole life to preserving ca Hue, a musical art form that has existed in Hue since the Nguyen dynasty established the city as the nation's capital. Before, this was a delicate art form that was only performed for the imperial dynasty. Now, it exists today for everyone to enjoy in poetic and romantic Hue.
Mịt mờ càng thương bất phi thường, lửa là dầu sáng, công danh kia là nở rẫy chớ mơ mang cỏ ra gì, hỡi người hoang chuyện đời thêm càng đoạn càng tràn càng tràn.
It was really nice to spend time there in the evening and watching the ca Hue and watching all the musicians, the talented and passionate musicians perform. It's a very tranquil and kind of peaceful, beautiful part of the city, just on the river. And you can see the more modern part of the city on the other side. It was really, really nice, really special.
Thêm rối tơ lòng kia ai đeo bồng có thành không, nhớ từ đời xưa Tô Từ cung bàn giống thuyền nước non còn truyền thú thần tiên.
I think living in Hue is it's an incredible city to live in, and it's a city also that you have to live in to love. I think just visiting Hue for a few days is not enough, unfortunately. But living here, you get to the city is so deep. There are so many layers, and there are so many things to explore, and there are so many people to meet, and the history is so rich, and that makes it kind of a city full of substance, which makes it a very interesting place to live, especially if you're curious, because there are always places to explore, and there are always new people to meet. There are always things to learn in Hue.
Lửa là trắng thâu vinh vai ba câu tình sâu, hẹn cùng nhau vui lòng ươi danh lời chi câu, ai khéo xuôi mình gặp một cặp đã tình tại trời suối mình, hay là do lối bá sinh, hay là do lối bá sinh xin cho bên già giữ già. Một vài đồng tâm bá sinh cho vẹn